Peace. This is Insight from the Godz. Knowledge, Lakim, special guest tonight. Our brother Bam in the building. We showing and proving. We adding on. We want to talk about something that's really a good topic. It's really something to ponder on. We want to talk about creating opportunity where there appears to be none. And a lot of times where we're from, this seems to be the norm. Like there's never enough opportunity. But us being who we are, we know how to create something out of nothing. And so with that, I'm going to let the good brother Knowledge build on that.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely can contest to that. We both come from some really dire situations in some years, just the environment itself. And our whole life been based around taking nothing and turning it into something. That's what we know from the projects. That's what we do.
Facts.
And that's what alchemy is, turning base metals into gold, turning the simplest of situations and transmuting it into something else that's prosperous and help you develop and move forward and push humanity forward. That's what it's about, alchemy. But we don't use those terms in the hood. We just say we getting it out the mud.
Right.
That's our term we use, getting it out the mud. But what do you do when you get it out the mud? Do you stay in the mud? Or do you build and build something beautiful what you got from out the mud? So that's what we're gonna be talking about. A lot of scenarios, a lot of situations, real life stuff that we deal with and face, and most of y'all probably face too. So just tune in, man. It's raining out there. I know y'all watching. Get your grub. We great to get with it.
That's right. Bam, introduce yourself to the world, fam.
Bam.
Skip.
That's the grown man name now. You know? But I just want to first say, man, I'm so proud of y'all, man, and I'm humbled for y'all even bringing me into this fold and having this conversation to build on this. So with that, in reference to opportunities, obviously, like you said, man, we come from dire struggle, and it took a lot for us to be able to manifest progress out of that. So, but it starts with the mental.
Right.
With that, you know, what I mean, we can build on that.
And then just to add that I forgot to mention, this is my longtime homeboy, my big homeboy right here. We grew up together, LT for life. You know what I mean? From little niggas, yeah, off the step, 12 years old, 10 years old, sandbox. I know a lot of y'all always talk that sandbox talk, but a lot of y'all ain't even have a sandbox.
Right.
Straight up, it wasn't too many neighborhoods in Baltimore that had a sandbox, but everybody got a sandbox story. I don't know if it's allegory or you putting one on us. What's up? But we had the sandbox for real. Yeah, Franklin Street, Martin Luther King, right across from Murphy Home.
That's right.
Orchard That's right, yeah.
Orchard Mills.
Yeah,
Go over there flipping
that's
everything.
The sandbox. A lot of niggas ain't go to that sandbox.
Yup.
If you wasn't from Murphy Home and Lexington Terrace, you did not get caught in that sandbox.
Exactly.
So don't give me the sandbox story because I'm going to ask you what's the address.
Right.
He don't say he gonna ask the address. Oh, on YouTube,
Exactly.
Michael Henry said, "Big Bro Bam, aka Grow Man Skip."
That's right.
Yeah,
Hello,
I
I guess
wanna,
that's a hello.
you know, it's an honor, man, to be here with these two brothers, man, because I know their history, man. They go back like baby bibs and car seats. But on a more serious note, you know, we always thinking deeply about topics that affect us, man. And where we come from, it's always a lack of resources. You know what I mean? It's always a lack of everything. And so out of this lack of and not having, we had to understand the law of use and how to grasp hold of what was available and milk it and make it actually more than what it was. And a lot of times we hear these stories about our mothers and our grandmothers stretching meals to be able to feed the whole family. Imagine having to stretch everything. You know what I'm saying? Imagine coming from an environment where you got to stretch everything to make it work, where every resource had to be maxed out. And I want to talk about knowing how to maximize your minimums. A lot of times we start reaching for things and trying to store them, and we try to make these things pile up. And a lot of times we don't know how to use every element of what we have unless we come from a situation where we did not have. And so this gave us the active ability to reach into things, to reach into that unseen world of talent, that unseen world. You know, a lot of us, we grew up doing gymnastics. We grew up riding dirt bikes and creating like our own Olympics in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is like creating that idea of if we don't have it through wealth, we're going to have it through the mind and in our hearts. And it creates a tenacity and a vigor that never leaves us. And this is why guys like us can come home from prison after doing these stretches. And you'll see us doing various things that people been out here for years and have yet to do. And that is motivated by being able to create opportunity when you do not see none. And with that, I'm gonna add on either Bam or Wood.
Would be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you talk about opportunity, you talk about doors gonna close. They're gonna be closed. And the thing about it that pushes us forward is our sense of purpose. What is our purpose? Well, I mean, so you gotta find that. That's something internal that you gotta find within yourself. So like, you know, just speaking from the reality of my situation and y'all sharing the situation coming from prison, it was like you really don't know what to expect coming from going a decade plus in prison. But if you have a sense of purpose, and sometimes you really don't know your purpose initially in that regard, but you grow in your purpose. So like for instance, my purpose right now is my seeds. You know, I pour into them because I know that I wasn't poured into that way. So I sacrifice outings, I sacrifice engagements. I do all that so I can pour into them so they can have some development towards the future, so they can have a better opportunity to be able to see, evaluate, and execute situations. So that's the opportunities. I mean, that sense of purpose is what drives, you know, opportunity for them and for me.
Right. Indeed, no doubt. Yeah, it's like the best comes out of you in the worst of situations, but not everybody, because everybody don't have the courage to tap into.
Right.
If you got a victimhood mentality and you're a victim of every situation you find yourself in, then you're not evolving. You're the lesson to be learned from. I don't want to be the lesson to be learned from no more. I done spent 23 years in a prison. So if you ain't learned from me in 23 years of that prison stint, then I don't have no more. You can learn on the way, but I'm not inconveniencing my journey to help somebody see something that they don't want to see. You know what I mean? It's because a lot of people are taught like they want, you know, release or freedom from their situation, but every time you give them a solution, they find a problem for it. And I try to stay away from people that always find a problem in that victimhood, because they're the ones that the ambitious people like ourselves, that's who we learn from them. It's like, okay, that's the place you're gonna occupy that slot. Good, I don't have to occupy it. I'm gonna go over here where prosperity at. And as long as you make an excuse, you'll never have a way. As long as you find a way, you ain't gotta worry about making no excuse.
Right.
And I hate excuses. I hate them. I mean, I don't like them because it's an explanation for something that wasn't done. And I don't contribute to things that just wasn't done. You either done it or you don't.
Right.
Or you
Absolutely.
didn't. No explanation for it. If you ain't get to do it, you ain't get to do it. I don't care why you ain't get to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? The fact is you didn't get to do it. But just as a small scenario, like when we was in prison, right, we make 85 cents a day. And that's less than $30 a month to live on, right? So if you didn't have no family or no hustle or nothing like that, you had to live off $30 a day or $28.75 a month. This is what you got, $28.75 a month, right? So we had to get really strategic and take that and say, damn, how can I flip this? Same game. So what I would do, I would go buy me 2 drink mixes, watermelon, right? Here's one of my little hustles. I used to take watermelon drink mix and I'd get a coffee creamer that came in a bag, right? And I'd get me a bowl and I'd get me an old plastic hanger, right? And I'd make that hanger my stirrer. So what I do is I take that drink mix, I dump it in the bowl, I add the creamer with it, add a little bit of water, put it in the microwave, melt it all the way down. Once it became liquid and I stir it up, I pour it out on a table like this on a piece of plastic, which was a clean trash bag, right? Brand new trash bag. I pour it out on the surface like this, and I put another plastic over it, and I take a roller and roll it and smooth it out, and I slice it. Now I got 12 taffies. I sell them $12 a piece. It took me $3 to get the drink mix and the creamer. $3, I turned around and made $30 off of $3, right? So this is what hustling do. This is what people that don't get in the victim mindset do.
Right.
Some people sitting there and complain about, man, they only give me $30, and they call home and they bag their mother and they bag their family for money. Instead of going and taking what you got, making something out of it.
Right.
I used to run a pool. I used to sell stamps. I used to run a store. It's just about being in a situation where you're back against the wall. If you're playing victim, you're going to reach out and cry and bitch to your family and stress them the fuck out.
Right.
When you man up like a man, you're going to find a way. That's why I don't respect a man that been locked up longer than 10 years, still calling home asking for a money order.
Right.
It's one thing to be needing a money order and you send it, then somebody saying, damn, yo, you ain't learned to hustle yet? That's all you need is $20?
Yeah.
I feel better if you say, yo, I need 200. Now, I know 200 is might be hard for you in there. I can help you with the 200. I'm not helping you with $20.
Right.
You should be able to know how to get $20. If you can't get $20, then we don't have nothing to talk about. And that's that. And I'm gonna pass the dice with that.
No
one.
doubt, Lord. Sometimes these podcasts be so real, right? They touch home because it's like a lot of people underestimate the value of being robbed of everything. And in that space of not having, you find out that you have a lot. And like in my journey, I did 31 years, you know what I'm saying? And in that journey, I always would come across people who don't know. And I've always been well read, I always studied a lot. And I worked lockup, when I was in the cut. And I would run past dudes, and every hustle I had, it kind of fell in my hand. I wasn't really looking for it, but this is what happens when you attract and you don't chase. Guys would pull me up, they'd be like, yo, I got this car the dude made for me live, but I don't know what to say. You nice with the words, man. Just tell me what to write in the car. So that became my hustle.
Right.
I saw Charlie, yo, here go $20 list, yo. Go ahead and buy 5 of them cards, and I'm gonna say the deepest shit to her ever. I'm gonna blow her whole dome piece back. You know what I'm saying? And that became my hustle. You know what I'm saying? And so things like that is monumental because a lot of times when you talented, you don't really know where your source of light or income gonna come from. You just know it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? You have that vision. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I just know I'm gonna do something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we come from a world where we can't plan in a sense of having that stability that a lot of other people had because we didn't come from opulence. So all of our plans had to have an emergency exit, a plan A, B, C, and D. You know what I'm saying? It's. I learned later that it's not good to operate out of desperation, but at the same time, when you operate out of survival, you understand that it has to work. If I don't do this, it has to work. And I want to add on to this real quick on a higher note because, we always raising our vibration no matter how basic we start off with the conversation. But there's 3 elements to being resourceful and creating something out of what they call nothing. You have to have some vision. You have to be able to look at a thing that's not there. And a lot of people can't do that.
That's right.
You have to look into emptiness and pour out of what's not there and produce something. And it's the thinker, the knower, and the doer. Once you start thinking, you start knowing things, but you don't really know it until you can do it. So these 3 processes is like, damn, the thinking process is an accumulation of thoughts and ideas is just bouncing around. Once they bounce around so much, you become adept at a particular field.
Yes, sir.
Then you can say, oh, I know that. I ain't just thinking about it, I know it. Once you know it, then you start moving in a certain way. It's like, oh shit, look what he doing. But what he doing come from what he know. And what he know come from how he's been thinking. What he been seasoning his mind with. And in the hood, we start off by studying everybody else and how they ate. When you're young, you don't really know how you're going to eat yet, but you watch. Your observation skills are keen. It's like you in the wildlife and you looking at other dangerous animals in this safari. And you're like, damn, he got the disposition of a lion. He eat off aggression. damn, this motherfucker, he snatched pocketbooks, he the cheater. This motherfucker can run. You know what I'm saying? And then you got all these different personalities, and then you pick one that you take a piece from. Not that that's necessarily going to be you in totality, but you're looking at other people who became something from nothing or took a negative and turned it into a positive. I don't know if y'all remember the old cameras, but when they take your picture, it used to have to be a negative first. Y'all remember them cameras with a negative come
and
back?
develop it.
But that's our life. Your first picture of us would be, damn, them niggas negative. But once that picture developed, once the film developed, the negative that you saw becomes a clear picture of what we are today. And that negative was the struggle that we came from, the lack of resources, the no opportunity. And that negative was transformed. It's like what the God Knowledge was just building on about alchemy. Alchemy just ain't changing base metals to gold. The true alchemists know how to transform his behavior from animalistic behavior to godly behavior, from non-visionary behavior into a vision that becomes a reality. And that's what we have done, and that's the science that we're giving y'all, how to transform non-opportunity into opportunity. And so, add on.
My bad.
But you know this is the realness.
Real quick over on YouTube, Mike Ham said Bub Terrace finest. But once he came up the village, he was little bro. But he was always with us. Bub said peace kings. Bub came back and said peace kings and queen. Bubs, I appreciate that because I would have got you next time. Michael Henderson said real talk to your comments.
What's up, Bubs? How you feel, homie?
Mike said, keep pushing. We see you, bro, with the kids. Salute. Real shit.
No doubt. What's up?
Yeah, we remember how our mothers used to be, you know, when we was little, you know what I mean, with respect to like, we talk about the joint, but let's talk about the streets, right? Because that's where these kids are, and they gotta really, what's lacking is they don't really see their opportunities in their environments. They so concentrating on the facades of social media, how people scamming and doing all these other different things to accumulate wealth and money and resources and things like that. But they're not looking at these small little opportunities. You remember back in the day, Kevin used to do the balloons.
Yeah,
right. I mean, that turned into the last stop.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Where they got the stores and he had a store downtown too, where he used to do the sodas for like 25 cents and all that kind of stuff.
25 cent soda, man. What? Fat Hattie.
Fat Hattie.
Shout out, Big Hattie.
Yeah, so you got to have a vision for, you know, examining scarcity. Because, you know, like you can have limited resources, but you got to be able to take those resources and manifest them into something
Into something greater.
Yes, no doubt. Maximizing your minimums, man.
And I think that when you do that and you have, I think everybody, like, if you don't have knowledge yourself and don't know who you are, then you're going to be distracted by everything. You'll never know your purpose. And when opinions of others matter more to you than your own opinion of yourself, then you're in trouble.
Yes.
And a lot of us is in that situation that the public opinion matter more to them than their own sense of awareness. It's like your awareness, your eyes are showing you this, but you'll let the opinion tell you something other than what you see.
Right.
That's a problem. And I think one of the biggest problems with our people, especially black people, when it comes to not getting ahead. I was thinking about this earlier, right? And I was gonna make a video about it, and I said, no, I'm gonna wait till I come on the show and I'm gonna just speak about it. Our biggest problem with why we can't get ahead, I used to thought it was like lack of solidarity. I thought it was lack of support. I thought it was just self-hatred. We don't have no financial literacy. Nobody taught us financial literacy.
Right.
That's why we black businesses don't blast, because they think they need to make a certain amount of money in order to get their service. So it's hard when the overhead is way more than what they bringing in, right? And when you look at any other establishment, And I be looking at these, you know, different races of people and cultures and stores, and it be like 10 and 12. I'm working in this little store, and I'm like, how can they pay their bills? Like, how much can they really make? Because they got a better sense of investment and financial literacy. They not waiting to get a paycheck to go and spend, right? So what they do is they invest in their little money. You know what I mean? They don't have expensive spending habits like most of us, where we just want to buy. We the biggest consumers. All our dollars go out of our neighborhood and don't nothing come back.
Right.
Everybody else, they dollars go out and it goes to their people. We're the only people that give our money to everybody except who look like us.
Right.
And then when it comes to us, we can't afford to keep them on staff because they want so much, and they want so much because they think it take a lot of money to live.
True.
No, you only take a lot of money to halfway live when you don't know what to do with the money.
Right.
Because you turn everything into a purchase. You get a $3 raise on your job, you find another expenditure. You find another bill. Okay, now I got a raise. I'm gonna go ahead and trade this car in, and I'm gonna get me another. So you in a rat race. You really take this the extra money that you should be able to invest in. You
That's
say,
so
okay, I get an
true.
extra $3 an hour on my check. I'm gonna take that extra $3 and don't even count it and accumulate that, and this is what I'm gonna use for investment.
Right.
This is generational wealth. This is how you teach wealth. Not going by and being a consumer. We teach our kids to be a consumer, and all our money go to where? Europeans. The same people we claim are oppressing us. So when you want to talk about racism and oppression, you can't talk about no oppression if all your dollars going to the oppressor.
Right.
So I don't want to hear that victimhood, them dudes talking all that victim, the white man, this Trump, that MAGA. You know I couldn't wait to put my MAGA joint on. Y'all might log off now. But no, real talk. Like that's a perfect example. Slim is creating opportunities, but if you're a victim, you're going to see a problem. You're going to call them racist. You're going to see a problem with everything they do. The people, our ancestors, is the ones that deserve the freedoms that we get. And the fucking pain they got is what the fuck we should be getting, because we is doing our ancestors a disservice the way we just annihilating each other. And
Can you repeat that, please?
Repeat what?
The disservice that we are doing to our ancestors.
Yeah, we doing a big disservice to them. Them people fought and died for us to have the freedoms we got. And we still crying about oppression and talking about the white man and holding us back. We holding us back. We killing up everything. When the last time you had a fight with a white person, black people? I bet y'all quiet. But you talking about racism?
I don't hear
Come
nothing.
on, man. It's genocide. Y'all supposed to be protesting and rallying when them black kids down in the street and killing each other. We quiet when that shit happen. That's my problem.
Right.
And y'all talking about the white man. No accountability, black people. Get on your own self. Call your homeboy out that's doing that snake shit. That's where he snake his homeboy and you know about it. You a fuck nigga for letting him do that shit.
Right.
That's the problem in our hood. Ain't no white boys coming in our hood killing nobody.
Killing nothing.
You selling that shit, that poison into your people, and then you want to talk about you got to feed your family off of killing somebody else's family? Where you think you going at?
That's a point I never understood.
It's crazy.
How these men don't. These are actually your sons. You're sitting here watching your son and his friends talk about going down the block and kill little man, and man and your father grew up together, sandbox. Y'all know each other, parents done fed each other, broke bread together, but you gonna let your son go down here and kill little man. Grab your fucking nappy head son,
Right.
his father grab him and talk it out.
That's right.
Squash it. If you hold your own home accountable like you should, the shit wouldn't go but so far.
No doubt.
But at the end of the day, everybody want rap.
Absolutely, but everybody, we dealing with a bunch of weak adults.
Indeed.
That
You know what I
part.
mean? Mentally, physically, all the way around the board. They're afraid of these
Too
young
emotional.
people. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? So, but it's two sides of that coin. You know what I mean? I definitely counter your point. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man, we've been so indoctrinated with self-hate and a lack of mental awareness towards what we're talking about, opportunities, that we can't even really see opportunities. We can't even see it. So it's like, if you can't see the opportunity, you have to be the opportunity, and that's what y'all are being right now. And we all have done for different situations and different
Right.
opportunities.
No doubt.
Be the opportunity,
Be the
so they can
opportunity.
see the opportunity, and then they can change their view of the opportunity.
Right. There was something important that again, I'm having mad flashbacks and shit, cause y'all know my history run deep in the city, man, and I was thinking about Kevin Fat Hattie and how he he provided a lot of opportunity and a lot of hustle mentality legitimately for brothers. And I've never known Fat Kevin to do anything. It's not saying that he may not have had a criminal past.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know him
Good
forever
guy.
hustling in the street. I don't know him forever being violent in the street, but I know him for creating opportunity through them damn balloons, through opening up them stores with them sodas,
He was
and
a visionary.
having
Yeah.
them young brothers on that truck with him. When my wild ass was coming back from New York on weekends, busting my gun, robbing, creating a whole bunch of chaos and madness. But the flip side is, once you get knowledge yourself, right? And I want to build on what Brother Knowledge was saying. Once you get knowledge yourself and your light come on, now you on a different path. Now you got to change your view and how you move. When it comes to this money, to handling these finances, man, we are so disruptive in our behavior when it comes to supporting our own. For the blacks, and this didn't always exist, because ain't nobody come in Kevin's store asking for nothing free.
Right.
But he created an opportunity where everybody could eat, even on a small level. Even the kids on Martin Luther King Boulevard squeegeeing back in the day.
Bubs, let
Yeah.
me
Because
say a big shout out
squeegeeing
to the
not
guys.
new.
Yeah, that's old school.
Squeegeeing is really old school. It didn't have all the controversy
Right.
attached to it.
More
But a
respectful.
lot of young brothers was out there doing their thing, hustling, doing what they had to do, getting that money without having to do crime or commit crime. And it was teaching them a work ethic. It was teaching them to establish that energy to go out and hustle. You know what I'm saying? To do what they had to do. And I think that a lot of times we lose focus of how to support. We be so looking for the deal. If Wood opened the store right now, I'm not gonna walk in Wood's store and expect him to give me everything half price every time I go in there, because how the hell he gonna make some money?
Right.
We the only people our
You
friends
wouldn't
get a
below the mic.
store,
Try to
and we
stay-
want to go in the store and just give all the stuff to all our friends for nothing. But you can't go to Gucci and get no kind of deal, and you're gonna pay top dollar, and you're not even gonna say shit.
And
they
if
don't
it's
want
on
you in
sale,
there.
they ain't even gonna tell you it's on
and they don't
sale.
even really want you on their property.
Thank
You'll
you.
come into a black store, a black establishment, because you know a motherfucker from around the way, the first thing you gonna say is, oh yeah, yo, let me get two of them. Then when he don't give it to you, he all kinds of bitch ass niggas. He done switched up. He done changed up on motherfuckers from around the way. Why? Because you trying to pull my shit down before I even get a chance to build it up, create opportunity, and create other jobs for the youth in the neighborhood. We got to stop that. Then you want to protest against Walmart or Target and all these other spots. But when I go in there, they hire black people.
Right.
You got a Chinese motherfucker in your
On your
neighborhood, been there 30 years. I've never seen a black person working inside
Y'all
of a
ain't got no
Chinese
He
problem.
store.
might give you a soda for sweeping out front.
Ain't
I
gonna do that.
never
I ain't
seen
that.
no black
And it might not even be a soda, just a
working
cup of juice.
in a Korean store.
I've never seen that neither.
I've never seen no black
And nobody
person
got no problem with
working,
it.
and
You
nobody
fucked up.
never said anything.
I never seen that.
I never saw that, but you want us to protest against Target when at
That ain't
least
this shit to you.
that ain't this shit to you. Let somebody else choose who your financial enemy
And they
is.
are hiring you.
All because Al
Yes.
Sharpton sucker ass said so.
Right, a fucking FBI informant.
Yeah, y'all following these idiots. All
Right.
these weak
You
ass
know,
motherfuckers.
I have
Y'all
to-
wonder where we at. Look who your leaders are.
I have to bring it up, and I know a lot of people gonna give me some grief, and it's all good. Y'all know I'm ready for the smoke. A lot of people say that they dislike Donald Trump. They say it all the time. They say so much bad shit about him. I have to say I do not have a dislike for this man.
I mean,
If nothing else,
you know,
he tell you his shit right off the rip.
you know what you
I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna do this, and I'll be back. And he go to fuck wherever he going, he do it, and he come on back. Everybody like, well, why you do it? Now we beefing with this country. Nigga, I told you I was going.
Right.
Nobody ain't stopped me. He giving you everything that every other president never
Never
gave you the right to see.
That's how you know with the majority of people how they mind function. Because they not leaders. They not used to leaders. They used to passive ass people to get linked on and wonder why their reflection of their reality is similar. Victim mode.
Yep.
One thing about separating, you either gonna be the victim or the victimizer. You either gonna grow from your situation or you're gonna sit there and complain about it. And I know a lot of people that complain about their situation and don't do shit to change it and whine. And you can give them 1,000 solutions, they're gonna keep up. Yeah, but see, I was tried that, but you pessimistic. You're gonna fail every chance you get because you failing yourself.
Yeah.
I find an opportunity in all situations. The worst situation, I know is an opportunity in it for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? My man Viktor Frankl said, what did Viktor Frankl say? He said, to live is to suffer, to survive is to find meaning in the suffering. It's almost the same thing. To live is to suffer, meaning don't complain because shit ain't gonna go your way most of the time.
Absolutely.
So get used to it. But you gotta find the meaning in that suffering.
Right.
That's the freedom. Find the meaning in it. That way nothing is a curse. That's just like a person getting a job or making a career out of something they love to do. It's not work. They getting free money for doing what they love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's heavy because a lot of times, right, again, we let other people, outsiders, choose who our enemy is. One thing that Trump is doing is forcing you to man up and stand up and command what's yours. Your responsibility to your children, to yourself, to your family, that's your personal universe. Whatever move Trump make on the chessboard, you should be able to make a move off of that.
Absolutely.
That is conducive to your growth and development. You don't like them, fine. I'm not here to convince motherfuckers to like Trump. I'm too into me. But don't be playing the victim when you play a hell of a role in everything that happens in your life.
That's right.
Period. And that's the problem. Nobody wants that accountability. Nobody wants that responsibility. And nobody wants to recognize their own shit. Period.
Yeah. I mean, the Trump thing is what it is. I mean, we gotta concentrate more on Baltimore City rather than the United States because it's a lot of corrupt and non productive delegates, congressmen, mayors, governors here. I mean, it ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to do to give us the opportunities that we need to be able to be productive. So
indeed. Right. Motherfuckers want to swindle money and shit that's supposed to go to the hood that we come from to create opportunities. All these motherfuckers keep getting locked up for using gift cards and shit. The very people that need this shit is the people you swindle for it.
Right.
Then you get mad at Trump for cutting the funding. Well, why the fuck you doing shit to put him on it to make him want to cut it?
Right. Obviously, it's been abused.
Obviously, it's been abused. And I've been working in mental health for 20 years, and I see all these different programs coming up. Y'all doing it because y'all stealing the money.
Looking for a handout and begging. Medicare, Medicaid, all that shit for fucking beggars. Get your own shit. Get a job and let your insurance get that shit. Black people, it's 2025. We still waiting on welfare and Section 8 and handouts. Some people need it, no doubt. Everybody ain't fortunate enough to have the balance.
Like what he say, if they give me Section 8, I'll take it.
Yeah, I would too, but that's the thing. The people that really need it, can't qualify.
The people
and
that
the motherfuckers ain't have a job ever.
Right.
They living off of that shit forever and don't never work. No, that's the taxpayers just taking care of them. Come on,
forever.
Over with. This ain't no third world country.
Bonafide on YouTube said, just like all of the money Job Corps took.
Yeah.
Right.
And now they closed down.
Robbing.
Everybody just robbing. It's going from one agency to next.
Right.
It was.
And it continued over the time.
And
so
it's
now you got a motherfucker like Trump that comes in and say, "Oh,
yeah, they mad."
Stop all that shit.
They get mad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So
he saying, "Yo, they stole your shit. Here it is. We putting a hot cup."
I'm showing y'all exactly where they put it at when they stole it.
I don't know why they gotta have our social security number. You ain't got shit. The fuck he wants your number for?
He wants your number to match your food stamps.
$37. Get out of here. Never mind what that little $40 you got. That punk ass social security number.
You know, I have to first, before I go any further, give a big shout out to nonprofit agency Hug Don't Shoot. Y'all see we got a lot of stuff in the lobby belong to them. They are giving a back to school drive on August the 9th. We are invited to do a teen summit amongst some other radio shows between 4 and 6. And I'm going to go, me, myself, and the guys that come on Monday's show, Clark and Oscar, we're going to go. And I'm planning to stay from 4 to 4:30. Only reason I'm staying for 30 minutes, and I want to make it clear, because I just like for people to pull my card. So try me. But the only reason I'm staying for 30 minutes, because I feel like this event that Brother Knowledge give every year, I don't know where the funds come from, but I doubt it if the mayor giving him anything.
Man, giving them shit.
And he do this every year. I went to a cookout he had for the first time. I see him pulling out and working. So I will be at the event. Y'all know I love y'all to death. But I'm going to donate what I'm going to donate. I'm going to talk to as many kids as I can in 30 minutes. But I will be live at the softball game. I feel like that's something that needs to be seen. Because a lot of people don't even understand that that's going on.
Right.
Well, who down there beefing? Ain't no fucking body beefing. He's just giving back. Like, I had to really go to and show somebody a chess game. Then I showed them the one that you posed.
Chess
Then
in
I,
the Hood.
yeah. Then
I don't know what it is.
I showed a couple of
Uncommon
group
Dialogue.
events that y'all have done that I have with my phone. I'm glad I had them because I'm able to give proof because I got a big mouth. Y'all know it. And I'm not going to say shit if I can't back it up. So I had to back it up. No, they doing this, and this.
Right.
This ain't no bunch of knuckleheads.
No
they
doubt.
got this going on.
Right.
So because I got love for the people who giving the event, I'm definitely coming. No questions asked. But I'm going to go and do this
Absolutely.
when I leave. I'm going to do this. I'm going to interview a few kids because I love giving back to kids. A lot of kids miss out.
They need that. That's all they
In
need
10
to do is
years,
be
they're going
heard.
to be running for mayor.
All they
I don't
need
need
to do is be
nobody
heard.
running for mayor saying, look, dummy, I'm going to go and clean the city up, squeegee in the shit, all that. I don't need nobody talking like that for me.
Right.
So I'm going to go and give back what I can, but definitely tune in or come out to the softball game August the 9th. After 4:30, I'll be there, and I'm going to have a good time. So please don't tell me shut up a lot of times.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
say
The
she
world
too loud.
already know, man.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do what he do. Brother Knowledge do what
But
he do, man.
I just appreciate it because he ain't saying he on this platform which reaches Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Then he has his own groups and he ain't asked nobody that one time to donate a thing. He just like, I'm having this coming out. And then we got to remind him sometimes like, yo, talk about the game.
Right.
He on a mission.
That's because I do it from the heart. You
And
know
that's
what I mean?
the
I don't
thing.
do it-
When you do it from the heart,
And here's my
people
thing.
overlook the
And
heart.
when I do my neighborhood thing, right, my purpose of really doing that, and when I first started, I was financially in a better position than I've been lately, right? So I would really fund everything and get all that stuff because it really wasn't nothing. I just like I'm giving my money to have a good time and to see people have a good time.
Just to see
Right.
people
Just
have
to
a
see
good
them
time.
have a good time, make me have a good time,
Right.
right?
No doubt.
So, and I think that one of the things that we neglect with humanity is that we neglect acts of service. We don't do no acts of service. And that's a
Right.
part of act of service. We complain about the kids not doing X, Y, Z, but we ain't doing shit to help them.
Right.
You just
Exactly.
stepping out the way and talking about them. Stop talking about them if you ain't gonna help them. So my thing is, I can't tell them what to do. I don't try to tell no kid or no grown man what to do because I ain't living in that shoes.
But I can tell you where I'm at,
or
you
their
can show up.
situation. But I can help show you how to get out of that hole by watching what I do. So
Right.
I'm gonna show you, look, I'm gonna reach out to everybody. I'm gonna see if I can put this thing together and don't put a dime to it. That's the key. You bring the rice pudding, you bring the cake, you bring the greens.
You have
bring
to do the cake
hamburger,
and the rice
You
pudding.
do this. So it's just about giving
I get you
everybody
now.
an assignment. That way, if everybody gets something different, then we all have
Community
everything.
effort.
And that's the thing, people
So you gotta
actually
show it.
want to. There was a clip on Brother Like Him page. I don't know if I post yours, but I didn't look at it in depth like I heard the young lady ask a question about friends. How do you know who your
Oh, at
friends
Chess in the
were
Hood.
Right,
in
right.
in jail?
Right.
And it kind of took. It looked like in your face. It kind of took you back for a minute. That's the thing. This child, we don't know what she thinking. She might be one of them people who bound to be in jail and think she going to go to jail and gain a whole bunch. I'm gonna be friends with all them over here. Sis, ain't none of them friends. It's survival of the fucking fittest. Get it out your head now. It looked like it kind of caught you off guard, and I was looking at it,
No,
and I said,
I just like to make sure I
Answer
understand
her
it clearly so I
correctly.
can give you the right
Right.
information back.
I
You know what
I
mean?
just enjoyed seeing
Yeah.
the whole thing, and I couldn't repost it from his
Yeah.
page because you
Oh,
sent
okay.
it to me, so I was able to repost
Okay,
yours.
okay.
But I want to get that out like 3 or 4 times before this back to school come up
Yeah, no
because
doubt.
this back to school thing is going to be horrible. I
And
know a
then
lot
here
of
my
people
thing
giving
about-
out what they giving out, but how many people giving you shit to give out?
Right. Anybody doing
Come
nothing
on.
but sitting back complaining about what you ain't do.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like if you ain't
Yeah.
gonna contribute and help, don't complain about the ones that
Right.
did.
Yeah.
If you don't like the person macaroni and cheese and you like theirs better, cool. It ain't about a cooking contest.
Right.
It's about contributing. Bring what you got. We don't care whether hot. If you don't like it, don't eat it. But we
Yeah.
not doing no taste tests and all that. It's about community effort and
just
it's
coming
no
out.
competition. Just bring what
You
you
know
like.
she bring it. You don't
If
like
you
it,
don't
bring
like
a pan.
what
You bring a
it
pan.
then. You don't like what they made, you bring it. And that shut their ass up because they always
sir.
talking and don't do a fuck thing.
And I
That's
didn't
why
know what to
called
bring.
their
I
ass
said,
out.
well, I'm gonna just bring ice. He said, all right.
Yeah, whatever, bring something.
I just
That's
wanted
all.
to be a part of it.
Don't
You know what I
talk
mean?
about it. Like if you gonna criticize it, because we got a lot of haters around our way. I ain't gonna lie, I love my hood, but we got a lot of haters, especially a
Yeah.
lot of them older motherfuckers that's older than us.
Yeah.
Another generation. I get them niggas the blues too, and some of them I know they watching it, but they'll never let me know it. They'll never push like. None of
and that's
But
one thing I
let
hate
me
too.
finish. Let me finish. Please let me finish.
I am.
So these type of people, this
'Cause
is
you
why I
going
like
down
this
the alley.
platform, right? Because these kind of people, they don't support shit. They criticize, right? They criticize everything you do. They always got all this input, but they ain't never around when shit going down.
Right.
They're the people I don't want to hear nothing from. I don't care they homeboys or not. If you ain't got nothing to add to it,
Right.
showing up with nothing positive, keep that shit where you at. Because if you bring it to me, I'm gonna embarrass you and I'm gonna hurt your feelings. So I don't care
Right
about
off the
how,
rip.
I don't care how old you are, what name you got, what your name used to be. I don't care nothing about none of that. It don't mean nothing to me. What means something to me is giving back to that neighborhood and them kids that's coming behind
And I gotta
that
say,
ain't got no direction.
you doing
You ain't
an
giving them no
awesome job.
direction. You ain't got a fuck thing to say to me over here. It's straight like that.
Awesome job. I gotta say you
Or
doing.
young head.
Oh,
Or
young
young
head.
head.
Because I'm telling you, so
But the older ones
often.
just act like they got it so figured out. And it's like, yo, you ain't
You ain't even
demonstrating.
doing nothing.
You're not demonstrating but talking. I don't want to hear that shit.
Man, there's so much shit
Put it
that
out-
happened
put it
on
out
your
there.
watch that we wouldn't even let go down.
Yeah.
You want to bring
On
up
your
and stir
watch.
up old shit with so much foul shit that happened on your watch while
Yeah.
we was absent.
Absent.
Yeah.
You did a
So
fuck
much
thing.
shit. You ain't
got
done
shit to tell me.
shit. Shit got worse when we was gone. So it's like a motherfucker come home and it's like, yo, this what we doing. Either you like it or you don't like it. But if you don't like it, then get the fuck out the way.
Keep pushing, yeah.
No, this is my favorite thing. I'll go now. Y'all know I don't do a lot of hanging out. One drink is overboard for me. But I'll go and everybody will tell me, Miss Vic, I seen the show, girl. You was on fire. You laying to them. I said, I ain't see your name come up. Oh yeah, cause I watched it when it go off. Why the fuck watch me when I go off
Yeah.
when it don't
Haters, man,
count?
they be haters.
Comment.
They be
Say
haters.
V, you got that shit
Yeah,
on
that's
stage.
right.
Go
That's
ahead,
right.
sis, do your thing.
But they'll do that to somebody they don't even know. They don't give
Right.
two fucks about it.
Incredible
That's-
Hulk will get 50 likes.
Yeah. That's shit crazy. Our people, that's why we behind. We don't support
It's,
each other.
it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane to me. I don't get it. I just had to pause in y'all
A
topic
whole
for a
lot of
minute.
y'all watching. I
just to
bet y'all
say.
won't hit no like. I see you. I know who the fuck y'all is. That's why I can't wait to expose you.
And
phony
shout out
motherfucker.
to the
Straight up.
person that just gave us 10 likes and 3 hugs over on Facebook. I appreciate you. You
Thank
must have
you,
heard
somebody.
what I had to say.
No doubt.
Put your
Yes,
name
sir.
in the comments
But
so I
let
can
you
know
blow
exactly
up
who
next
you are.
month. Let us blow up. Then
Oh
they'll be
my
like, they'll be
goodness.
all making sure everybody know. I said your stuff. Fuck out of here.
And that's exactly how
Hate
they
that
be.
shit. Wait till you rise up.
Oh, when she
and
start
now
doing
they-
that, I've been doing talk radio
Right.
for
Yeah,
10
yeah.
fucking years.
Right.
I only did this because Twin said, yo, you got to keep your face out there. You too strong. You too strong of a person. So I moved to this. Once I met y'all, I was like, Twin, I met some geniuses for the people. Like, I wasn't even going to let y'all go. And then I think Lyle said something about a show. I said, well, damn it, there we go. We going to talk shit every week.
No, that's right.
I love it. I love what y'all do. I love how y'all give back. I got to get to this event on the 9th. I have to because it's
Carroll
not
Park.
Curl Park
1 to 9,
softball
old
game.
heads playing the young niggas around our way. We beat them last year. This is the rematch. They want some get back. They gonna have their TV hats on for Terrace boys. If you know, you know. And ain't no
If you
Tampa
know,
Bay.
you know.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some music. We're gonna have. It's gonna be epic, man. Come through, donate something, bring some water, bring anything.
No
Just
doubt.
show your
Just show up.
vibration. That's it.
Yeah, it's all
Positive energy. Don't bring no knuckleheads.
And you're going to be
don't
over in the
bring
park,
nobody.
not where the golf course is,
We're gonna
correct?
be on a baseball field, right
Okay.
where the baseball field at, getting it in. We're gonna be down
Okay.
there all day, so make sure y'all tune in. Beat eggs is gonna be fun. Them little niggas ain't been in no rec centers, so them half of them can't play. So it's gonna be fun. But they got skill though. They catch on quick.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what
they
makes
ready.
it fun. Yeah, they can hit and shit, but they might not know the rules.
Right.
But they know to hit the ball.
If I hit the
and haul
ball
ass.
over there, I
You
can
know
haul ass. I can
Yeah,
run. I
you
run
know,
from the
they-
cops
They
all the
definitely
time.
fast.
They
They
fast. A couple of them can play.
Z's World over on
They definitely
YouTube
got
said
youth on their
it's
side.
the event of the year. So I guess me going to the cookout was enough, and I gotta be at the softball game. It's the event of the
dope.
year.
It'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming. I make sure I come to that. I just like the things that y'all do and what y'all, you put out. I had to
Necessary.
make this kind of comment for somebody to put hearts and likes.
Yeah.
Like people will come to me when y'all show is not on in my inbox. Dang, I missed them for last week. I got inboxes over the weekend. I said they there every Thursday at 6:00.
Right.
All you gotta do is go on that same post and say, "Dag, I missed y'all.
Right.
I can't wait till next week." But if I don't see you come up, to me, you ain't even like it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
That's
I'm
how I
gonna
take
say it. I know
Yeah.
people say I come out harsh, and I might do. Who knows? But who gives a fuck at the same time? Like, show me you like it.
Yeah, don't
I
tell
can
me
I
about
can
it.
go to this
Don't like me in private.
this
motherfucker,
hood
like me in
bar.
public.
Yo, I'm telling you, and they in there, people like
No
showing me
doubt.
so much love. When can I come on the show? The topic's so good. And I be like, oh, you watch it? We watch it every week. We be here going in on the topics.
Right.
Not a motherfucking soul click like.
I know. That's
Not a
that's how
comment.
it is. That's
And
how we
that's-
gonna
that's-
fuck them up though.
and that's
'Cause
why-
we gonna be the group that's gonna break the boat,
Yeah.
the fold in the
You
universe.
know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
I call them kind of dudes event niggas. They'll show up if we throw a special event. They'll show up if there's an event to celebrate our success. But they won't show up in the processes
Of getting
us
that-
trying to
Up there.
reach
Yeah,
that
they don't want they ain't the
success.
pushers.
Yeah.
They ain't in the
Yeah,
gym.
when it's time for them to not show up, that's when they want to be there.
Right.
Like, yo, but we don't need you now. Where the
Right.
fuck was you at when the struggle was on?
Right.
It's like a motherfucker coming to a shootout with all the guns after we already done finished.
Right.
Like, what the
Almost
fuck?
like Eddie Murphy on
What
Harlem
it is,
Nights.
yeah, yo,
They're like,
yeah.
brrr, and all you hear is
Been over.
pow pow.
Right.
Brrr.
You know what I'm saying? We
Pow,
got this
pow.
motherfucker firing high power weapons from our thinking. And we create an opportunity for the youth too. Let's not ever forget that we'll never come
that's
off
what it's
topic,
about.
man,
That's what it's
because
about.
If you got a talent, if you do anything noteworthy, we're gonna have you on the show. If you do anything that we think is noteworthy and you giving back and you showing up how you supposed to show up, then you definitely have a voice. And I think a lot of the youth, they think they don't have a voice, but you do. But we're not giving you no voice if you out there, motherfucker, just doing a bunch of shit that's not peace.
Acting like a
You know what I'm
donkey
saying?
and rapping and
Because
shit.
one thing we are not going to
I'm
do.
not justifying nobody.
We are
ignorance.
not going to sell our soul on some clown shit. We're not going to be on here talking about a whole bunch of shit that is useless. We're not going to have you listening to a bunch of useless ass information. Everything that we give you is going to be up to date. It's going to be current. It's going to be right along the lines of what's happening with world events and events in our personal life and events in Baltimore City. Straight up.
I got a call before y'all came in asking me to do this building that we rented when the Bro Show was had their show, and they had like some guests though, so it was more targeted to the guests, but to do a show with all the men from all the shows and do a panel discussion. I said, well, that's something good I can look into if every man will volunteer to
depends
bring
on how many
a
men.
young man. Like, so it would be the ones from this show, the other men's show, and of course I'd be the only female there. I'm the shit. And then, and then every male bring a young male. Everybody got to grow from something. We're not going to just get in there, talk and eat and bullshit. It's not going to be that. One thing I don't mind doing is packing the studio up and going to anybody's event. But it needed to make sense.
No doubt.
So I did tell him, look into it. I'll look into, getting with Sam, because Sam know the person with the building. And we probably could do it. I said, and I was telling him about y'all groups. And he was like, well, how you get to go? Because you're a woman. I said, well, there are men's groups turning co-ed, because at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff that men say, if you're a woman with a sound voice and mind, you can give the other side to that and make them go home like, damn, I didn't even think about it like that.
No doubt.
So it don't kill a thing. But yeah, y'all were welcome to do a all men panel show too.
But to build on what you're saying, you made a post yesterday about classifying individuals as family,
Right,
bros.
right, right, right.
I mean, that's just the misidentification of people who say they support you and who
Right.
really don't.
No doubt.
But the thing about y'all two, man, is it's all about the integrity piece. Y'all
Right.
have a
Yeah.
high level of integrity. You know what I mean? Your reputations precede yourselves, so your light will always shine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my thing is, I'm not concerned. I wouldn't be concerned about any of the bullshit.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
that's
all.
my motivation. I
Yeah.
love it.
Right.
Yeah.
I just hate the fake shit when they see you and they like, man, I be
Yeah,
checking you
yeah,
out.
yeah.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's
you know
straight
what
what
I'm saying.
fuck out of here.
I love that part because I always be
Straight
like,
up.
but what show you like? Because I ain't see your name.
Yeah.
No, I watched it after.
So
All right,
I'm
go ahead,
commenting
kill
nothing,
yourself.
but I see you. Fuck
Then
out of
I
here.
wait for him to
You
say
just
it.
let me
and
know
then
you're the
yeah.
hater.
Yeah, you're the
You
hater.
don't even know. See, one thing about me, I'm a chess player. I see a lot of shit a motherfucker don't think I see. So that's why I move the way I move, because you'll never understand my calculations, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't move like I move. But I deal with you accordingly because of that. I don't hold grudges, I don't be mad at people. I just look at you for what you show me you are, and I deal with it accordingly. I don't take it personal.
You
I don't
taught
get
me
offended.
that. You
know
taught
what I
me
mean?
that.
I just look at it for what it is, because we're all messengers. You gotta teach me what envy look
Yeah.
like. You gotta teach me what a thief look like. He gotta teach me what a hater look like.
Right.
You know what I mean? We gotta go through these to know what it look like,
Right.
so we can shape our development as an individual.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal. You know what I mean? The motherfucker stole some shit out your shit. He might have needed it more than you. You know what I'm saying?
But now, like Kim had on his post today, all you can expect a person for is who they are. If they're a thief, now you just expect them to be a thief. All right, I know you. You're a thief. That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah, don't try
flat
to put
out.
them in another category. We try to put people in different categories.
You're a
They don't
thief,
belong
but
there.
you can come over and babysit.
But no, that's
no,
my
I know
ass.
you're a thief and a molester.
Nah.
I can't.
Right.
No, I'm not doing all
Going
that.
around violating young girls. That's your homeboy, though. Get the fuck out of
We're
here.
trying to justify it. Like,
Right.
accountability is big, man. We don't do it enough,
Right.
man, at all.
Enough.
You know, we
People don't
it
do
enough.
that
You know what I
enough.
mean?
I say that all the time. Men have a thing that they hang with all their homeboys, and you know, out of 10 of y'all, 7 of y'all got kids. 2 of y'all probably see their kids. Don't nobody say to the other 5, yo, you ain't gonna see your kids this week? Go get them, take them to the pub. You ready to go to the store? Won't you grab them and take them to the store? Like, hold these niggas accountable or get the fuck away from here.
Right, no doubt.
Like, I can't hang with you if you can't take care of your kids.
Poor behavior.
Yes, when I hang out with my friends and they say, oh, because I got to bring my daughter because I don't got a babysitter, I'm sorry, I can't go. They say, why? Because I don't want to hang with you and your kids because I want to do grown-up shit. My mouth is reckless. I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to be reckless. I don't need your kids sitting there soaking it all up.
We don't need them witnessing that debaucherous behavior that you may display.
And I don't. This nigga see me at one party. And then, you know what? Bonafide on YouTube said accountability is everything.
Yes, it is. It feels so good when you can be
Right
real
there.
about your
No
position.
doubt.
You
It
ain't
is.
gonna always be right. It ain't nothing wrong with saying,
Yeah.
damn, my bad.
Yeah.
You know what killed me about some people though, right? That, say for instance, I told you something about La Kim, right?
Uh-huh.
And he ain't know nothing about it. I tell you something about him or whatever, right? And it's supposed to be calling, yeah, don't say nothing. Yeah, but yo been talking about you, right? Say I said some shit like that, told you, right? I said, don't tell him though, but so now you start treating them differently, right?
Because of what you
what
said.
I said. You don't know whether that shit true or not. But since I told you don't say nothing to him about it, you don't even give yourself the chance to know if it's true. And you start treating them different. You stop speaking to him, you start treating them different. 6 months go by.
Yes,
Come to
watch.
find out, I was bullshit. That what
You
I
was the
said was a
bullshitter.
lie. Right? Now you realize you fucked the relationship up with him off of my lie. It's your job to fix it.
Yeah.
Not walk off and keep it like that and act like, oh well. No, you gotta fix it. Damn, my bad. I acted like that with you based on some misinformation I shouldn't have listened to. That's
But you
what
know, a lot
accountability-
of people now they don't like that. Like people always ask me, when you hang out, who you hang out with? I go by myself. Anyway, you see me, I'm showing up by myself. As long as I know 1 or 2 people there, I'm good. That's because I can't deal with bullshit. I can't deal with bitches sitting in the corner. I'm just waiting around. But you waiting around for some married man. You a whole whore. Yo, say what we here for, and then we can go. I can't go out with everybody. Thanks for all the likes we getting on Facebook. I guess we must be hitting some buttons. But
I'm gonna
I
hit
just
them motherfuckers, yeah.
I
Or
can't
don't watch
get-
me, cause I'm gonna call your ass out.
I can't get with a lot of things. People always say you don't hang out with nobody. I can't. I was told the other day. I see you like to hang with you be on the phone tripping when you talking to I want to say you said Shabazz or something like that. And I was like, who? You know, your man that got the group that y'all always be tripping on the phone. And I was like, first of all, you in my conversation. Second of all, his name is not fucking Shabazz. Thirdly, if anything, we're talking about candy, cereal, or why the fuck he late for work. We ain't talking about nothing else. Like, but you so into it, and now you dislike me and you dislike Shabazz, and now I get to say, man, go ahead and kill yourself. People hate when I say it, but I say it because I mean everything about you is done for me, not literally kill yourself. So stop thinking that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're done. And get to know Shabazz on your own. He's not that bad. He just eat a lot of fucking candy.
Who the fuck is Shabazz?
Yeah, nigga.
I'm Shabazz. Okay.
Because when we be on the phone, we be
I got a
tripping.
new handle.
So when people hear us talking, it's like, oh, they real cool. But when I talk to them, it's like, you know, what's up? Y'all know me. Well, y'all don't know what's Sam. So y'all don't talk to nobody more than
And
2
9
weeks.
times out of 10, they don't know I'm pissed off at your ass about a mistake you done made, something you
Yeah,
did
and
wrong,
so it's really
something you done
beefing.
overlooked.
And I'm
on that
ignoring
fucking
his ass
motherfucker.
saying, I know you eating
And you
cereal.
saying a
He like,
bunch of
I am, but that
crazy
don't matter. Go the fuck to work. And that's how we be on the phone. We don't even be tripping. Bub said the softball game and the cookout are happening the same day, simultaneously. Okay, so Bub, is a cookout also the day of the softball game?
Yeah. That's what Bud was cleaning up for somebody.
Okay, see, I thought it was just the softball game. The cookout was the one I went to.
Oh no, it's gonna be. It's all the same. It's gonna softball game and cookout, all at one time.
And I got offered 2 generators from 2 different people to use for the camera and stuff. So we're gonna have the big
That's
camera
what's
out
up.
that day.
That's what's up. Appreciate
Mega
it.
Honey Dip 21 said, can we
Mega Honey Dip?
Mega Honey Dip 21? I think Mega Honey Dip the one got smart with me last time. Can we regroup, God? Can we regroup, Godz? We're hungry for them jewels, respectfully. So Mega Honey Dip like to stay into y'all mouth and what y'all have to say. So regroup for her. Back to the main topic and give her that.
Mega Honey Dip.
Let me tell her I apologize for.
We apologize, Mega Honey Dip.
Yeah, we apologize. Apologies. But
Don't be mean.
I think that what
Yes.
Bam last thought was
I'm not.
speaking into the integrity side of what we do and our legacy as men, and how when you meet one of us, I said this before, you don't just meet us as an individual. When you meet our friends, you meet a resource network. You meet people who you can connect with because that is part of our giving back. Most likely, most of our friends, when you talk to them and you pick apart what they're doing, they have resources. They have group, they have advice, they have wisdom, they have a depth to them because we are very meticulous about who our personal friends are. And I think that that goes back to what I was saying about the people that we call fan. A lot of times we'll say things, and that should be a conversation piece. It won't mean that it has any substance. You're not going to get that from us. If we say somebody fam, if we say this is my friend, or me and him go back, it's going to be some depth to that person. And when the world meet that person, they're not just meeting an individual. They're meeting a person that bring a pool of resources to the youth, to our women, and to the community. And I think that is why a lot of times it is value in knowing us. It is value in engaging us in conversation because we're into feeding the masses, literally and spiritually and mentally. And I want to give a message to the youth because I want y'all to understand that you have value, and I don't want you to forfeit your value. I don't want you to throw your life away by committing crime and going to prison and getting stuck in prison and learning how to become a better criminal instead of learning how to become a better entrepreneur, a better father to your children, a better husband to your wife, a better man to the community at large and your neighborhood. Because at the end of the day, all you got is yourself and your people. And I want you to be dedicated to uplifting your community and giving back. Because that's how we create what we did not have. If we're talking about resources that we didn't have, if we're talking about opportunities that we didn't have, then we got to create them. When Marcus Garvey first came to America from Jamaica, he said, where's the black man's government? He said, I don't see them. Where's his senators? Where are his people of big affairs? He said, I don't see them, therefore I vow to create them. So whatever you don't see, instead of criticizing what you don't see or what somebody else did not do, like Knowledge was saying, take the step and create that shit. You know what I'm saying? Awaken the creative side of you, and whatever you don't see around you, make it manifest from your heart and your mind, and give back to the community by what you create, because that is how you create something. I believe that every black man, every original man, whether what seed it be in, from the lightest seed to the darkest seed, that you are God in physical form. And one attribute of God is creator.
That's right.
That's one main attribute of God. I think in the Bible it says something like God said, let there be light. He spoke it before he did it.
And there was.
In the Quran it says, kun fayakun, be, and it is. These words have power. Once you speak it, now start going to work to make the word a reality. This proves that whatever you don't see, you can make it a reality by putting that work in. That's creating opportunity. That's creating a bridge across that troubled water that we had to walk across that was not a happy experience, man. And I don't want to convince you that me going to prison and getting life plus 45 years, my best thinking at that time got me in that much trouble. You know what I'm saying? I was in the street, thought I was like, the one. But that thinking, that behavior, that mentality got me all that damn time. So it would be insane for me to come home and not tell my youth, don't make that mistake. Don't trip over your own feet. Get out your own way.
Out your own way.
You know what I'm saying? Don't make that mistake. Don't give your soul to this system, man, that's going to swallow you up. And they're going to benefit off of you financially, man. They're going to force you to buy clothes from companies that you wouldn't even shop at if you was free. All because they got a contract with 2 or 3 companies, and now you got a choice between those 3 to order stuff from. Same way with music, same way with everything. And these companies, they get money off of you being incarcerated. So wake up, man. Let's move. You know what I'm saying? Let's move in a direction that is creative, that is beneficial, that's conducive to our growth and development. And that is how we create that something from out of nothing, or make what we did not have an opportunity appear out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
So where there's a problem, there's an opportunity. They created a whole curriculum in college now called social entrepreneurship. This didn't exist 20 years ago. And they took it from another thing that they stole from our communities, where people were creating businesses off of social problems. You understand? So, and this is what we're talking about, Kevin and Gene in First Stop, and Samson up on Saratoga Street, starting Saratoga Street, Ophea Street. They seen a problem, and they created a solution to the problem, which became an opportunity.
Right.
And this is what our young men and the guys our age, because some of the guys our age don't have a clue. So it's a matter of it's a lot of talented people out here.
Right.
People have a lot of gifts. So there is an opportunity in that. So you have to find what your purpose is, find out what you can do well, and look at your community, or look abroad. You can find another community. You can go down into the artsy community, or whatever community you see a problem at, and create a solution.
Right.
That becomes an opportunity for you to elevate yourself and your family. And that's what it's about. It's about legacy. It's about leveraging, your gifts towards making society better as a whole.
Right.
And that's what I've learned since I've been out here. As far as obviously, when I was locked up, I used to write. One of my main things was writing business plans. I might take one thing and turn it into 20 business plans.
Right.
So it's like, okay, all right, well, I can turn this into this and this into that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Look, and I'm gonna tell you, none of that shit mattered when I got out here. I've read all the books I could read. I wrote all the business plans I could write. But when I got out here, it was all about experience.
That's right.
I didn't know how to go down to the state office building and fill out the application for the business application or the EIN number. I didn't have no experience with it.
Right.
Went to prison when I was 17 years old. I just read books. And I need to do this, I need to do that. So you have to get involved. You have to fail many times before you can become successful.
Right.
You understand? And that's where I say, well, if you don't see the opportunity, become the opportunity.
Yep.
Right.
Because once you fail 15 times and that other young person that's around you is trying to understand what they're going to do, you can say, no, man, I went through that.
Right.
Let me show you what I did.
That's right.
Let me give you some game on that. I just went through that. I just filed. I did an FHA loan for a house. I know the percentages on that now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what different loans is in certain aspects of real estate and all that kind of stuff. So it's like you have to get involved. You have to fail forward so that way you can become an asset to your environment.
No doubt.
Indeed,
No
no
doubt.
doubt.
Appreciate your gems, Lord.
And I want to say, man, just to the younger people out there, man, find something to get excited about. There's too much frowning going on.
Yeah.
Ain't enough speaking. That shit don't cost nothing.
No doubt.
Hold the fucking door. Have some courtesy and some respect.
Pull
That
your
shit don't
pants
cost
up.
nothing, man. Like, y'all disrespecting your mothers and your own. I mean, like these kids nowadays, man, like this generation, it's like the relationships now, like with the parents, it's almost like everybody's just friends. It ain't no more structure. It ain't no more respect. Where's the respect? Fuck the friendship. Respect first. Then that shit comes next. Because if you have anything before respect, nothing matters. It crumbles.
Yes.
Respect is the foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like respect is treating two different people different for the same reason.
For the same reason.
I know him, he can get away with it. They ain't did half the shit he did, but I'm gonna come down on you. What's that about?
Right.
You know what I mean? They holes in yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't pick the weakest one out of the bunch. Pick the one that's affecting you the most.
That part.
You know what I mean? And we don't do that. We bleed our pain, that the people that caused our pain, we put it on other people. You know what I mean? And we do that. We'll take that same pain and put it on other people because somewhere along the line, whatever caused you pain had a truth in it. Because if it didn't, it wouldn't bother
It
you.
wouldn't even bother you.
That's just like if somebody call you, hey Peter, you know they ain't your name Peter, so you keep on
What the fuck
going.
you look for?
You know what I mean? So that's just how it goes. It's just as simple as that. But they gotta find something to get excited about, and you gotta read. You gotta feed your mind.
No doubt.
Stop. Listen, this is a fucking smartphone. This is a $1,000 phone. There's nowhere in the world you should be fucking broke with a smartphone. All the information is here.
Right.
Everything you want to research, you can find.
Yep.
There's no excuse no more.
Unless they got the iPhone 1 like I got.
And we getting mad. They getting mad because the opportunity's running out.
No doubt.
Or they feel like they running out. They increasing, but when you ain't got no knowledge, you can't see nothing. You can't
Yes.
see no opportunity. You
Maybe
ain't got no
somebody need
knowledge.
to hold a
You don't
group
have no
on
vision.
how to create a resume. Some
No
people don't
doubt.
even
Oh
have a
no,
resume.
we ain't even getting there. No resume. Fuck the resume. Get some work ethic.
Yeah.
You don't need a
Yeah, 'cause
resume.
you don't
When you
even
got
have-
a work ethic, you
You
don't
can't.
need
You
a
don't have
resume.
nothing to put on the resume.
You gotta start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes all that paperwork shit, going to college, getting all that shit, bullshit. And people just getting to the point now to realizing that shit a waste of time.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
They certificates, they receipts saying that the government charged me this much for this piece of paper. That's
And I
what the fuck
appreciate
mean.
you again, Trump, for taking away all my school aid money that I owed. I thank you for that. I really like the guy. Bonafide over on YouTube said emotional constipation. Time for emotional laxatives. Michael Henderson said, "It's no
That's right,
such
buddy.
thing. It's no such thing as parenting. It's friendship. Kids hit their parents now and get away with, and get away from. I guess and get away with it."
Yeah.
And I, Mike, I had to say I blame that on the parents.
It's a lot of weak adults.
There's a lot of weak adults. We all were raised a certain kind of way. So in my household, my children was raised. You call the police if you want. You're either leaving with them or I'm fucking you up as soon as they go. I had 2 boys. Wasn't no option. I'm gonna call your father. I ain't got time for all that shit. And I never went to jail.
But you still gotta adapt to the times.
And I adapt to the time because he could have went. He could have went with them. They done took him down to the children adolescent building.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
Sometimes that's
holding.
what they need.
So I wasn't holding them back.
Let me give you this disclaimer. Jail ain't bad. For real. It ain't bad at all. Because our men need that shit. Where the fuck else we gonna get discipline from when you ain't got no father in the house?
Right.
They learn how to make up their bed, they learn neatness, they learn structure, they learn discipline, they learn all that shit. And I hate to say that, but that's just the reality of it. So if you happen to find yourself there, I ain't saying go, but if you happen to find yourself there, maximize your time. When I went in that motherfucker, I picked up a book. That's the first thing I did, start reading, start learning. Because as long as I got those tools of information and knowledge, you can't come and try anything on me.
Right,
As long as I don't know
knowledge
nothing,
for
you can get over on me all kinds of ways.
Right.
And this is what leads to fucked up self-esteem, lack of confidence, and all that. And that's what leads to anger issues and lashing out and not know how to process their emotions and their anger because they feel like they're being taken advantage of because of their lack of intellect.
But I have to say, some single parents, such as myself, can raise boys to be men.
You can't. That's impossible.
And that's how you
impossible.
feel.
There's nothing about you that can teach a man how to be a man, and don't
I can
never
teach
let
him.
nobody
I can
tell you
teach
that.
him how to be a decent person.
You can tell him how to be an excellent person, no doubt.
And
But
they're
you can never
excellent.
teach him how to be a man. Don't you ever?
Well,
say
I'll
that
say
again.
they're excellent. They're excellent
Straight up,
young men.
I don't like that
I have
because this is why
excellent
these
young
men
men.
growing up weak and they becoming the
Well,
same.
they coming weak because their mothers are weak.
That's what. No, it ain't got nothing to do with their mother being weak. Got something about their mother thinking that they're a man, trying to make a boy be a man, and they can never do that.
I'm not one
right?
of those.
So
my boy is my
they
son,
goes
is my
out into
king,
the-
and my
they goes
prince.
out into the world.
Not one of
They
those.
goes out into the world sensitive because they thinking through the lens of a woman.
Some of
You trying to tell him how to think and handle his situations like a woman think. That's not a man's role. He got to go with logic. Women go with emotion. So don't try to teach these boys how to be men. Be the best mother you can be. That's all you can do. That's your part that you got to take control of. But don't never think you're going to teach them how to be a man. And this is why these
Ladies,
men,
you can teach them how
this
to
is
be
why
a
so
very
many of these
awesome
women
person.
is end up with men that they wouldn't, raising sons to be men that they wouldn't even fucking date.
They wouldn't even date.
You know, so that's why they
I
got to be
hear that
careful
line a
about
lot.
that. You know what I mean?
Can you break that science down a little bit better, or in reference to prison? You know what I mean? You know, like it's
Prison,
I
yeah. Well, my
I
thing is,
understood that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
felt that. You know what I
right,
mean?
no doubt. My thing is because we don't have discipline.
Yeah.
We don't have structure in the home. And when you leave the home, if you don't have respect in your home, you ain't gonna have respect for the world.
Right.
And when you ain't got respect for the world gonna treat you real fucked up. So now it's gonna look like
Y'all done did that 4 times. I'm sorry.
I'm done.
I
Y'all gotta have
apologize.
some respect, straight up.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
When we
apologize.
talking, y'all gotta have respect. You
I
can't cut me off because I'm ready to stop coming on this motherfucker if that's gonna happen. It's
I
like every
apologize.
time I talk, I'm getting cut off.
I
I'm feeling some
apologize. He
kind of way.
said something and I answered.
And
I'm
even
sorry.
over here, y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta give people that attention. We quiet when y'all talk. Y'all can't
Right.
do that. You know what I mean? That's rude. I don't like that. I'm real. I'm gonna keep it real.
For the depth of the prison system and how it's structured. For the young man who didn't have a dad or didn't have discipline, if you don't know how to make a bed, if you're not clean, and you move into a living environment with another man, certain bad habits you had, you're not going to have in that cell with a guy that's been in there 10 years,
That's
15
right.
years, and you just coming through the door.
That's right.
Because he's not going to tolerate you brushing your teeth and you spitting your spit in the sink, all over the sink, or you pissing and leaving traces of your piss all over the toilet. So you're learning cleaning etiquette while you're in there. It's certain noises you're not going to make. If he got to go to a shop job in the morning, you're not going to be banging your radio no all hours of the night.
Right.
It's a certain level of respect involved now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, even when, quote unquote, the COs come, because you're not going to subject yourself to a penalty that you don't want. So with certain things you're not going to do count time. Count time, you're going to sit your ass on that bunk and you're going to get counted. I don't give a fuck how much you don't want. If not, they're going to put your ass on lockup, and in there you're going to be counted. So you might want to get counted in population.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to there. And that's along the lines where Brother Knowledge was building, but that ties into the fatherhood thing and the mother thing and the raising the children thing. I think that sometimes the fire of emotion, right, in women supersedes their disciplinary, tactical thinking. When a man thinks to teach a lesson to a man or the youth, it's sort of like he lining his ass up for something. Like, do this. If you don't, that's going to happen. And if you don't do that, not only is it going to happen, it's going to keep happening until you learn how to do it. With that emotional side comes a mercy. Sometimes the mother may not even emotionally be in the mood to discipline them. And I've seen that happen even when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? One be like, I don't even feel like dealing with this motherfucker today. But a father, he ain't never going to not feel like putting his foot in your ass. Because he's wired to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so it gives you, like, you know what I'm saying, that discipline. You know what I'm saying? That you don't even know the value of yet. And not only that, he has a man who he can look at and measure how to move by how he solve problems.
That's right.
Because children at a young age learn by visual. If you watch how his father checks his friend, when his friend out of pocket,
That's right.
and his friend not operating off of emotion, his friend gonna be like, "Ah, damn, salute, fam, I appreciate it because I was slipping." You're not gonna get in his feelings and get, "I ain't talking to him no more, that motherfucker." No. Now on a woman, on the other hand, not only is she gonna do that, not every woman, but it'll come out in some kind of way. She gonna poison him, and you don't talk to him no more either. And you don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna create that dynamic. And I'm gonna tell you something, because my dad had went to prison, right, when I was young, and I never really had the chance to have the relationship with him the way I should have, because my mother poisoned me with her pain against him when that was their relationship pain,
Right.
not mine.
Right.
And and this is important. In the submissive state of my young mind, I agreed with my mother because I was around her all the time. You know what I'm saying? And my father was in a prison upstate in New York, so I was like looking at pictures, and we would go on visits to see him, and I'm sitting there and I'm taking in the jewels, I'm listening. And as soon as I leave, my mother would be like, "That bullshit, if he really meant that shit, his ass will be here with you." We don't understand the sacrifice he made to pay for whatever luxury you got, because you left that part out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You left the part out that he left a few dollars. He created an atmosphere where it was more comfortable for us, and that was his sacrifice. As a man, that was his sacrifice, and he sacrificed the best way he knew how.
Right.
But we're taught he abandoned you.
Right.
He left you. No, he didn't. You're coloring that with your emotions. I made a little I put a little something online the other day where I was talking about how when people give you advice, sometimes they dump their emotional baggage on you with that advice. And that is that emotion that sometimes mothers can poison you with. And you'll be looking at your dad like, this bluffing ass nigga the whole time. He wasn't nothing bluffing about him at all.
Right.
It's just they couldn't make it
Right.
in a relationship, and so now she starts to destroy everybody else who want a relationship with him, or any other man that had the active ability to be a role model to the youth. And I think that a lot of times a woman can't be quiet long enough to even listen to the logic, not the emotion,
Right.
but the logic in it. And that's where you gotta shut that shit down. Emotional regularity. I started using that language recently, and I always say you have to learn to regulate your emotions. This is not to say you should not have them, because there's a time where women emotions kick in, and that should be the savior. Let a woman baby be in a house that's on fire. She ain't gonna think. A man gonna be like, hold up. Let's get this motherfucker. He gonna have the courage to go in there. Woman not gonna think. She gonna run in that bitch barefooted. nothing on. She gonna get her baby out that motherfucker because she's emotionally driven. A man, he gonna be like, we gonna get this motherfucker ladder. We gonna calculate how I'm gonna get up the side. We gonna have this shit in case I slip and fall with the baby. Sometimes that shit is wasting time. Woman, she just gonna go. However, that can also be reckless. She might go in that motherfucker and not be prepared for what she's about to run into because she's emotionally driven. And I don't want no woman listening or no woman anywhere at any given time to think that because nature wired you with emotions, that emotions are bad. I just think that they should not govern you in a way where they rule your life. I think you should rule your emotions instead of letting your emotions rule you. And I think that's that balance that Brother Knowledge was building on. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I've let Bam continue to cipher.
So I can appreciate the statement. You know, through the struggle, gives you the opportunity to learn and grow. But flipping that, like even evaluating my situation, because I learned that when I went to prison, 17 years old. I had to, I went into environments where I ain't had no clue about how to bit and do certain things. But I ain't had no father around. I ain't had no male role models to instruct me on anything. So I had to learn everything from touching the fire.
Right.
However, through that experience, now I have an opportunity to show my little ones and my older ones, because I got older ones and younger ones. So, and one good thing I like about my older son is that he observes everything. And he, tells me like, man, I'm so glad that, I'm not happy that you went through what you went through, but it gave me an opportunity to learn from your mistakes.
Right.
So like, that, and then taking that to evaluate like my youngest boy, it's an opportunity to, and me and his mom, we had that emotional and logic, scenario. Where, she's a, very, she has that, we had that balance. So me giving him small things on how to maneuver and all right, he fall, like, man, get up.
That's right.
Like, I'm not going to help you up, so it's just like through the little small things that we encounter, and the little small things that he will encounter will hopefully help him to grow into a man that understands, okay, there's going to be difficulty. There's going to be struggle. I got to keep pushing. That's what my dad told me to do. You know what I mean? So, and that's something that I didn't have.
Right.
I had to learn, again, by touching the fire. So I will hope that nobody has to go to prison in order to learn those type of things. But if you do find yourself in that environment, obviously you need to pay attention and adapt to your environment the best way you can as a man. Obviously you can't be nothing ever less than that. In those type of environments, because you'll be victimized.
Yes.
As Nala said. So
facts.
Indeed. How much time we gonna do?
Actually, we passed
Pass it. We wrapping up.
22 minutes. Well, y'all finished?
Yeah, so we wrapping up, y'all. I appreciate the listeners, the viewers, and the whole panel just for building on topics that need to be discussed. We trying to touch topics that people scared to touch or don't know how to tackle.
YouTube is really giving y'all a lot of feedback about that.
Yeah, we trying to really touch
Type
some
in my
topics.
head
So if
on.
y'all got some ideas about some topics or stuff
Send
you
them.
wanna, send them in. We be glad to build on them. That's what we do. That's why it's called Insight from the Godz, because we gonna build on any level.
No doubt.
Whatever you talking about, we gonna know about it. If we don't, we gonna have that information by the time we get here.
Facts.
Because we got these expensive smartphones. Stay the fuck off social media that ain't fucking paying you. Find out how to make some money with
How
these
do they find
motherfuckers.
out if they want to be a guest on your show?
If they want to be a guest, just submit a request and say join. We can't talk about togetherness if we ain't gonna bring people together. So whoever one got an issue, one coming, it can't be no 5 or 6 people. Y'all see it's a small spot. But we can get y'all in as long as y'all on serious time. You know what I mean? And we can get it in a feasible amount of time.
No doubt.
No
We
doubt.
can always move to the lobby and do
Yeah, I
it.
want to salute, Bam for showing up, man. He one of our solid friends, man, and he got a lot to offer our youth. As usual, Brother Knowledge, he got his programs, and I got mine. Y'all know what it is, Chess in the Hood. We got Uncommon Dialogue. We got Heal. Also, next week, Baltimore's own brother Be More Than Usual, Grammy nominated producer and rapper. The brother gonna be dropping in next week as our guest. Give y'all a little light on the music industry and shed some insight on his growing up in Baltimore and how artists are rarely supported from this town. Again, we bring in y'all, you know what I mean, what we got to offer. And you always gonna get the realness, man, when you tune into this show. So I don't want y'all to think,
don't get offended.
yeah, don't get offended. If I'm
Just
out of
see
pocket, I'm most likely Brother Knowledge gonna check me. If he say something I disagree, most likely I'm gonna be like, nah, that ain't peace
That's
or
right.
whatever. But it's all love. This
I'm
is
scared
this
of Brother
is,
Knowledge. He checked me. I
this,
shut up.
this is tough
Nah,
love. You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
You want real people around.
No,
you don't want
it's-
fake people.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
I
no
don't
just.
talk about people behind their
I'm
back. I
just
like to
joking.
tell them in their face. So
Me
it ain't
too.
No,
I like that.
love,
No
man. I ain't with
doubt.
that
No
fake
doubt.
snake stuff.
Because if you
man.
be up
No
front,
doubt.
I'd rather
then
be
it's
offended
real.
now and get over it before we leave
No
than be
doubt.
offended forever because I ain't say
No
the shit.
doubt. Shout out to LT. Y'all know how we do, man. Shout out to Murphy Holmes. Y'all know I shout out my people 2-5 in the Bronx, my family in Brooklyn. Shout out to Fort Greene, Red Hook. Shout out to all states that's real. Every project's all over the world, man. Every housing project on the planet,
Bub
man.
said,
Straight up.
straight truth knowledge.
And free the real, free the niggas. I'm glad so many
No
niggas
doubt.
home now.
No
We
doubt.
really making a difference.
Facts.
I cannot
That is a
let
big
time
deal.
go by
Facts.
without giving y'all
Facts.
shout out for all the guys that came home from prison,
Facts.
especially the ones that had life. Anybody that had spent a day in there,
Yes.
it's like life.
Yes.
So for you to come out here and make a difference, man, it's really needed. We can see it slowly making a difference out here for everything that everybody doing collectively. We gonna get there. Just gather support. Share that shit. We share the wrong shit. Let's start sharing jobs information.
Right.
And how
right,
to do
right.
this and how to do that. Let's share that. You know somebody got a business that somebody need to benefit from. Share that information. Stop sending them to the other
No
man.
doubt. No doubt. Shout out to D-Asia, man, from Safe Streets. I hope you and Brother Sam make that thing work with the artistry, with the house and painting experiences that we go through in the hood. You know what I mean? I hope that work.
If
It's
anybody
all
trying
love.
to get their CDLs, holler at me. Somebody trying to get some chess going on, holler at me.
No doubt.
We got talent amongst
I can't play
us.
chess.
We
I
can
like
do it all. So reach out. You know what I mean?
Bonafide said, being checked is needed more too much stuff
Goes unchecked.
goes overlooked.
That's
No
right.
doubt, man.
That's why
Real, we
people
stand
feel-
up. We gotta start being real with each other.
That's
We
why-
do too much fuckery going. My bad, Miss V.
That's why people feel they can get away and say anything these days
Yeah.
because they don't get checked. Tell what y'all have going on. You got something?
I mean, I want to shout out Gooseneck basketball. Man, one of the best in the city, man. He been taking my babies and turning them into prolific athletes now. You know
That's
what
what's
I mean?
up. That's what's
I
up.
want to shout out to Hawker Brothers Ice Cream.
Okay.
Another collaboration. I mean, I like to connect y'all with them as well. You know what I mean?
no
So,
doubt.
Oh yeah, I seen them too. I seen them some
Yeah.
way. I seen that. I seen them out somewhere. I said, I think that's the one Bam had.
Yeah.
I think that was his. They said that ice cream good as on the
Oh
way.
no, the best in the city, man.
Yeah, they say
Best in the
Tahar
city.
got the best ice cream.
Yeah,
Never
they take
had
the
it.
honey graham and the vanilla bean. You never had it? I gotta bring y'all some.
Yeah, I love it.
And I like ice cream.
Yeah, so I mean, you know,
And
shout
sugar,
out,
we
shout
know.
out to them guys, everybody that's doing, you know, positive things in the city, man. It's a lot of people doing a lot of positive
It
things.
is, no doubt, no doubt.
You
It
know,
is,
so,
no
and
doubt.
it's a lot of us that's doing it, and there's a lot of people that's supporting us doing it.
Yeah.
So, shout out to everybody, man. You know what I mean? It's just gotta spread love, man, instead of just hate.
For real.
I mean, man, then you gotta understand, you know, obviously, man, everybody life is life.
Right.
Life
Everybody
is
going through it.
life.
Everybody going through it.
Everybody going through it, you know what I mean? Everybody, you might see smiles, you might see, you know, some highlights in a person's life, and you never know what they're going through.
I'm going through depression. I'll be the first to admit I did not know it. Last 3 days I've been crying and shit. I ain't afraid to admit it. I got a depression issue. Sometimes I'll be at the light and I'll just start crying. I don't even know what the fuck why. You know, I start thinking about my grandmother, then thinking about, you know, this jail shit got an effect on you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it took me 7 years to realize, yo, that shit fucked me up a little bit.
Wow.
Cause I got depression issues, shit I
Yeah.
didn't suppress and I didn't cry about 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
now
It's
it's
just
coming out.
hitting me now.
Yeah.
So the last 3 days, man, I've been teared up like a motherfucker. I ain't no shame in my game. I'm still a soldier. Don't get it fucked up.
No, that's
But no, real men
Well
cry.
said,
You
that's
better let
true,
that
Fly.
shit out when
Yeah.
you hurt the wrong person with that
So,
built
you
trap
know, you know
pain.
what's so deep? I don't want to cut your wisdom, Lord, but I gotta get this gem out. I just came across some information, man, that talked about people who suppress their tears actually hold in toxic energy.
Absolutely.
And that shit'll build up over
Come out
years.
on the wrong
So
foot.
if you are not a crier, I will advise you to go into wherever space you
It's
got.
healthy. It's healthy.
Get that shit out you, because if you hold it in, it's toxins and toxic energy being built up within you. Now, this is not a pass for motherfuckers to just be crying everywhere they go. Motherfucker all in the line in the store, you want to bust out crying and shit. But if you got to get it out, if you got to get it out, man, because it's more room on the outside than it is on the inside, man. Definitely.
You know what's
I
crazy?
mean?
I deal with things, and I pick Sunday as my day to cry. And my therapist said that it's bad because I can kill somebody during the week before Sunday come again. So I really need to stop. But that's the only day I allow myself to cry. And I tell
at least
people
you
all the
do got a day.
time, yeah, I do pick a day, and I try to tell it that I can't sleep. Probably like 4 days I can sleep. And I try to tell people I don't take sleeping medicine because I'm some crackhead. I take it because it's the only way I can go to bed. So people say bad things however they want, but they can't say, every time I see her, she crying and she emotional. Nigga, I know how to deal with what's in here. I'm going to deal with me on Sunday. Monday, you won't get shot. You might get shot Saturday night, but Monday we good to go. So yeah, I think
you got
it's...
your Easter Sunday clothes on when you cry.
Nah, depression is definitely real.
Yeah, it's real. It's a real thing.
It's people out here taking their own lives right
Yeah,
now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the lady just said childhood trauma is
Yeah,
real.
You know what I mean? So it's important for us to be able
Yeah.
to channel that, and you know, it's a great thing that we've been built with mental toughness to be able to sustain ourselves through
No
it. Because
doubt.
some people have it.
They can.
That part.
Yeah, no
You know
doubt.
what
A
I'm
lot of
saying?
people.
That
yeah.
part.
You know, so shit, I'm going through it right now.
And the tough part is...
Try to, excuse me for cutting you off. I ain't even want to try to get you to touch on
Oh
you.
no, I ain't.
Because I was like, that's probably personal, but I can imagine what you're going through.
The tough part is women have a tendency to look at men as weak when they show emotion or say how they feel. I know a couple that broke up because of that. She felt like he was always
wasn't the
saying
right one for
how he
her, right.
feel. And I had to say, well, it just didn't fit
She
you.
probably needed somebody to knock her head off. They the kind of beat him up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he probably been the best man to her, but now he too predictable. One thing I learned about women, they don't want nobody that's predictable.
Yeah.
When you predictable, you get born, and then the arguments start.
Yeah.
Stay unpredictable. Just like y'all like to stress about shit. As long as y'all stress about something, y'all good. Y'all ain't got nothing to stress about, y'all find some shit to bring up. It's like, yo,
That's
what the
one
fuck?
thing I
This
cannot
piece over
do.
here. Why is you worried about how long the eggs was boiled?
Just anything. A friend of mine, we wanted to go out one day, and I was like, yo, I don't know how we going to go out. Your wife ain't going to let you. He was like, hold on, watch this. Is any ice cream in here? She's like, yeah, such and such, such and such. Name like 3 different kinds. No strawberry? What the fuck? Oh my fuck. Man, I gotta get out of here. I'm stressed. Yo, meet me at the bar. I said, yo, you got out on that? And we
You
just...
ain't get the ice cream?
Yeah. So he beefing over he didn't get the kind of ice cream he want. You know, we was younger, so that was our way of getting out. But now, like, being by myself and not dealing with people, like, I think the label of, this could be my girlfriend, or let's get married. I am afraid of a label. And I think that's probably why I stopped talking to people in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, it's been
And that's
too
kind
long.
of interesting too, because it's like when the label comes and shit change. It's like if shit working out fine,
It's
stop
good.
trying to attach labels. So just let it keep doing what it's doing. We're going to try to start putting these things in place. Now here come the problem.
Where you at? What you doing? Where you?
Yeah.
Ah!
FaceTime and all that being nosy.
That's because people are conditioned to follow the trends.
Yeah, just
But you
follow
don't
it.
have
This particular
to.
time we gotta be married.
Yeah,
This
right.
particular time I
Yeah.
gotta have a baby.
The
This
cake
particular time
the
we
cake
do
gotta
this.
be this big. Now you're a
Right.
professional
Right.
cake cutter.
Right.
Danny DeVito and his wife been together for 1,000 years, and they got a house around the corner from each other. If I could marry somebody like that,
I seen
I-
a black couple online. Like
I would
that.
fucking love it. Me and my husband would be like
Separate
this,
houses.
right around the corner from each other, right around the corner.
And before closing,
none of us live together.
Any truck drivers out there, be aware of these sundown towns. There's a lot of black men coming up missing. Truck drivers in these sundown towns. I wish I can get a fleet of soldiers to go down that motherfucker in our trucks and ride through the sundown town and see what's really real.
What's the sundown town?
That's them towns when the sundown down south,
Yeah.
North Carolina and all that. They better not catch a black person in them towns when the sundown. They call sundown towns. So a lot of black truck drivers within the last 2 years been coming up missing. They getting
Gotta tell
pulled
my son
over,
about
their
that.
trucks being abandoned, and all of a sudden the dude ain't heard of. So a lot of them KKK motherfuckers
Just pulling them right out.
it's police and pulling
Pull
them
them
over
over
like it's
and
a
then
traffic
getting them.
stop. And putting them, cuffing them. Well, we're gonna just check. You be all right, put them in the car. Next thing you know, they pulling off somewhere, and their family never see them. And the shit getting hushed. There's a dude that's just been missing. I just saw the other day. So
Wow.
it's really real, and they catching them at truck stops and gas stations and all that. But man, get that what you know I mean. What you keep that, you know what I mean.
I gotta make sure I
wouldn't
tell
pull
my
over
kid
for a
that
fuck
my
thing. Get
youngest
me
son
from high speed chase
drive.
They always
I
don't
ain't trying
know.
until I get to the military.
Stone
He
Mountain,
never mentioned it, so he
Georgia,
might not know it.
which is down there bottom Carolina. Stone
Stone
Mountain,
Mountain,
Georgia,
yeah.
is the headquarters of the Ku Klux Klan. If you
Stone
did
Mountain.
not know, so all y'all looking to run to the ATL, then you better be peace down there too. Stone Mountain, Georgia. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we gotta look out for
that's
that.
that's the hill that they just did the thing on.
It is. They did that big march
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. Okay.
Stone Mountain, Georgia.
We're getting there laid back quietly. All right, y'all. Did you mention the date and if anybody
August
want to
9th,
donate?
August 9th, if you want to donate, you want to come support, you want to come hang out, have some fun, enjoy your good time. The game gonna be epic. We're gonna have some fun. We diving and sliding and all that shit, I hope. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun out there, man. Bam gonna be out there. You playing Bam? Yeah, we playing. We the old heads. We gonna give them a run for their money.
We ain't lost yet.
No, we ain't like we undefeated. We smashing shit. Yeah,
Oh, that's
we owe
good.
Murphy Holmes a rematch. Anybody Murphy Holmes looking, we owe y'all a rematch. They beat us the
I
second
remember
time.
that one. I
We
think
won
I
the
was
first
just
and they won the
fresh
second.
home on that one.
Yeah.
What time
we
it
got
start?
Rematches 1 to 9. The game gonna start at 3 o'clock. We're trying to get the game started at 3 o'clock. Don't miss it. Bring your cheers, because we're gonna have some tents. We're gonna have some music and all that stuff, man. It's gonna be a good time on Saturday, August 9th next week. So get in tune. That's
I'll
what's
be
up.
there. All right, anybody else got anything?
Salute.
No.
Salute to the realness.
All right, this has been
Maintain,
Insight
elevate.
from the Godz each and every Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We might go over the time. Knowledge might whip us with a whip. We never know. You never fucking know what's going to happen in here. So
right.
tune
That's how we
in.
want it.
Don't inbox me asking me what you missed. Go watch the show. Click the like. We
Right, no
appreciate
doubt.
you.
Time is God's way of stopping everything from happening at once.
Peace.
Right.
Thanks for having me.